Good day everyone, so hope you're doing really well. Today the 4.8 patch dropped in Genshin Impact and there was a bit of drama. The drama basically involved Neuvillette because Spin to Win was kind of nerfed in terms of its effectiveness, with Hoyo giving us a measly 100 Primo Gems, but luckily with enough complaints, people basically revolted against Hoyo, and on a Reddit post, which is an official post, I'll link it down below in the description, Hoyo did apologize for this and they're going to roll back the nerf and give us all 1600 Primo Gems, or basically 10 pulls, as compensation, so at least something good came of this. But there is still a couple of questions remaining. Why did Hoyo do this? Well, if you looked at the Reddit post, it'll be obvious that Hoyo felt that, certain platforms like mobile and controller didn't really have access to Spin to Win, and it was never really their intended playstyle mechanic. Boring. Yes, that is the official explanation. The unofficial explanation, honestly, and this is the one I believe in, and I've got no evidence for believing it, but it's basically that they milked Neuvillette in terms of sales, and they kind of realized that with a new region, hey, we're not going to be able to sell the new character without either A, introducing an obscene amount of power creep, or by effectively just reducing what Neuvillette can. And let me explain. Spin to Win was an incredibly effective tactic for people to say, hey, this is a fun way you can play with Neuvillette. This is a fun way of advertising the character. So Neuvillette already had his rerun, he's been out for I think about 8 months now, and Hoyo all of this time profited off the fact that people used Spin to Win, that they made a character fun. People put out videos, they set world records. All of this really influences what people are going to do in terms of purchasing characters, because if you see this absurd monster in the Spiral Abyss called Neuvillette and him giving you such value even at C0 with all of his playstyle and all of the marketing, yeah, this really benefited Hoyo tremendously, despite people like myself in 4.1 telling them, hey, nerf Spin to Win, it's a pretty bad mechanic. And true enough, this has come back to haunt them. So obviously we have to question the timing. Now, assuming that this has got nothing to do with Natlan and the fact that Hoyo is scared that they won't be able to sell the new characters because of whatever reason, it still begs the question, why now? And this is the other part where I think Hoyo kind of gave themselves away. And what they gave away was the fact that they don't do proper balancing and playtesting with new characters in the game. I've said this for a long time now. Hoyo's beta testing sucks. They don't know what they're doing. The people that they're recruiting through their little Discord aren't effective in actually giving them proper live data to test these characters. And whilst mathematically Hoyo might have the calculators and the spreadsheets and all these things to work out the numbers, when it comes to actual playtesting, things like Spin to Win should have been an obvious consideration from day one. Which means that Hoyo either A, does not do proper balancing, or they were aware of it and it's kind of scummy for them to kind of nerf Neuvillette. I think this is the reality of the situation. For me, it's even more symptomatic of a bigger problem, and that is that we have a lack of proper combat endgame in which you can design different characters of different flavors to fulfill different in-game modes, and hence balancing wouldn't be that much of a problem, and hence you wouldn't need to worry about things like Spin to Win making it difficult for you to sell your upcoming Natlan character. That's where I stand on a TLDR basis. But in any case, those are my rough thoughts. This is what I think about the situation. Whilst I hate Spin to Win, unfortunately it's been long enough in the game to be considered not a bug, but a permanent feature, and Hoyo should have respected it as such. Alright guys, thank you for watching this little short video and have a great day.